This weather pattern is getting stronger, and what's coming in the next 72 hours will shatter records across half the country. Atmospheric river number 4 is about to slam the Pacific Northwest. Minus 40-degree wind chills are already moving across the upper Midwest. And snow is falling in Kentucky right now, with more on the way. But here's what terrifies meteorologists. This isn't weakening, it's intensifying. The pattern is locked, and it's getting worse. In 30 seconds, I'll show you why Sunday morning brings the coldest temperatures of the entire winter season. Which states face minus 20-degree actual temperatures without wind chill, and why the atmospheric river hitting this weekend is a level 4 event. The highest being level 5. The Pacific Northwest can't catch a break. Another atmospheric river is bearing down right now. This makes 4 in 2 weeks. The ground is saturated, rivers are swollen, mudslides are inevitable. And here's the nightmare. After this one passes, another one lines up behind it, then another. The entire second half of December shows atmospheric river after atmospheric river hammering the West Coast. The Weather Prediction Center forecast for the next 3 to 5 days shows moderate snowfall in the mountains. But extend that to 5 to 7 days and totals explode. All that orange represents 5 to 7 inches. All that brown and yellow, 10 inches or more. This is relentless precipitation, wave after wave. No break, no pause. Just continuous heavy rain and mountain snow. But the Pacific Northwest isn't the only region getting hammered. Snow came through overnight for parts of Illinois, Indiana, and Montana. Kentucky is seeing snow right now. This builds through tonight and spreads tomorrow morning across the Dakotas, Iowa, Illinois, again Indiana, Ohio, and the Northeast. By Sunday morning, 1 to 3 inches hits the coast of the Northeast. That forecast is holding true. The storm is tracking as predicted. These aren't massive amounts, but they're accumulating amounts. 1 inch is enough to create hazardous travel. 1 inch shuts down unprepared cities. 1 inch causes accidents. The next 4 days show heaviest snowfall across Montana. Could get heavier over Illinois and Indiana moving through West Virginia. Looking at 3 to 5 inches for most areas except Montana. The Ohio Valley might see 5 to 7 inches come down. The latest update reduced those totals slightly. The 0Z run showed heavier amounts. The latest Euro shows it disappearing. So we're monitoring closely. West Virginia toward Ohio and western Pennsylvania still shows the biggest amounts. The Northeast Coast forecast hasn't changed. Still showing 1 to 3 inches. You will see something. Even an inch of snow is considered accumulating, and with these brutal temperatures, any snow that falls stays frozen solid. Speaking of temperatures, let me walk you through the Arctic blast timeline because these numbers are genuinely dangerous. Today's highs already show negative temperatures moving through the upper Midwest. Wind chills make you feel minus 20, minus 30 degrees. This isn't just cold. This is life-threatening. Exposed skin freezes in minutes. Frostbite becomes almost instantaneous. Those cold wind chills spread across the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes. Tomorrow morning, it continuously pushes in. Tonight, through tomorrow. Even tomorrow's highs push deeper south. Now you have minus 10 to minus 20 degree actual temperatures. Freezing temperatures shown in blue spread dramatically. Tomorrow morning's wind chills, still minus 20 minus 30 degrees across broad areas. Some locations feel minus 40 degrees moving through the upper Midwest and across the Great Lakes. You feel these cold wind chills all the way down to Oklahoma, northern Texas, and the Carolinas. That's how far south this Arctic air penetrates. Tomorrow's highs remain insanely cold for the north. Warm across the south, creating a massive temperature gradient. Wind chills still feel like minus 20, minus 30 degrees through the Midwest and Ohio Valley. Teen temperatures to negative wind, chills everywhere. This will be a very nasty day starting tomorrow. But Sunday is when the coldest hits. Look at these temperatures for Sunday morning. Freezing temperatures reach northern Texas and Oklahoma, all across northern Mississippi into Tennessee and Kentucky. Out through the Northeast, single digits, teen temperatures, even negative temperatures moving through. Sunday morning is the coldest, but not the deepest. The deepest cold reaches farthest south on Monday. Sunday morning wind chills bring teen temperatures widespread, minus 20 for the Ohio Valley, minus 30 for the Midwest and upper Midwest, maybe even minus 40-degree wind chills Sunday morning. These aren't forecast exaggerations. These are real numbers that real thermometers will register. Sunday's highs. You're not escaping the cold. Negative to single digits across the Midwest and Great Lakes. Teen temperatures may be reaching the Northeast. Still frozen temperatures in blue on the map. Wind chills. Your afternoon highs still feel like minus 15, minus 20 degrees. The sun offers no relief. The cold is relentless, and it pushes farther south. Monday brings the deepest penetration. Freezing temperatures cross Louisiana all the way to the Florida Panhandle. Wind chills make it feel brutal everywhere. DFW all the way to eastern Texas feels like the 20s. Maybe teen temperatures from Alabama through the Carolinas. These are feel-like temperatures. These are wind chills. Negative wind chills persist across the Ohio Valley and Northeast. Tuesday shows modest improvement. Milder, but still featuring freezing temperatures and strong wind chills. After this, the dramatic warm-up we've known about for 2 weeks finally arrives. Let me explain why this pattern is so dangerous. It's not just one element. It's the compound effect of multiple hazards simultaneously. The atmospheric river isn't a typical winter rain event. This is a level 4 atmospheric river. Level 5 is the maximum. Level 4 means extreme impacts, catastrophic flooding potential, widespread mudslides, infrastructure damage. This dumps 4 to 10 inches of rain in already saturated areas. Rivers that were already high crest even higher. The Clearwater River, the Skagit, the Snoqualmie all reach flood stage. Some exceed it. Flood warnings get posted. Evacuation orders get issued. People lose homes. Communities get cut off. Roads wash out. The snow component creates its own problems. 3 to 5 inches doesn't sound catastrophic, but it falls on frozen ground during extreme cold. Road crews struggle. Salt doesn't work below certain temperatures. Plows can't keep up. Traffic becomes impossible. What should take 30 minutes takes 3 hours, or you don't go at all. The Arctic blast is the truly dangerous piece. Minus 40-degree wind chills kill, not metaphorically, literally. Homeless populations face survival crisis. Elderly without heat face death. Cars that won't start strand people. Pipes that burst flood homes. Infrastructure that fails leaves communities dark and cold. The pattern persistence makes everything worse. One atmospheric river is manageable. 4 in 2 weeks overwhelms systems. One cold snap is survivable. Extended Arctic cold depletes resources. Heating fuel runs low. Energy grids strain. Costs skyrocket. Emergency services get stretched impossibly thin. Responding to weather-related calls across half the country simultaneously. Ambulances stuck in snow. Fire trucks that won't start. Police directing traffic at failed intersections. The system strains past capacity. For the Pacific Northwest, preparation is critical. If you live near a river or burn scar, have evacuation plans ready. Go bags packed. Know your routes. Monitor conditions constantly. Atmospheric rivers intensify quickly. Rivers rise faster than forecasts predict. Mudslides happen without warning. Stock emergency supplies, water, non-perishable food, batteries, flashlights, first aid, medications, blankets, everything you need to shelter for 72 hours minimum. If power fails during an atmospheric river, restoration takes days, not hours. Trees fall on lines, poles snap, substations flood. For the Midwest and East facing Arctic cold, different preparations apply. Winterize everything. Insulate pipes, service heating systems, stock firewood if you have a fireplace, have backup heat sources, never use outdoor equipment indoors. Carbon monoxide kills silently. Vehicle preparation becomes essential. Full winter survival kits, blankets, food, water, ice scrapers, shovels, sand or kitty litter. Keep gas tanks full. If you break down in minus 20-degree weather, you need fuel to run the heater. Without it, you're in trouble fast. Check on vulnerable neighbors. Elderly living alone. Those with medical conditions, anyone who might need help. Community support saves lives during extreme weather. One person checking on another makes all the difference. The economic impact of this weather pattern cascades through every sector. Airlines cancel flights. Thousands of travelers stranded. Supply chains strained. Deliveries don't arrive. Store shelves thin. Businesses close. Workers stay home. Productivity plummets. Agriculture takes massive hits. Livestock need protection from extreme cold. Water sources freeze. Animals die despite farmers' best efforts. Citrus in Texas and the Gulf Coast faces freeze damage. Crops suffer. Losses mount into billions. Energy costs spike dramatically. Heating demand surges. Natural gas prices increase. Electricity usage jumps. Grids strain under load. Some areas face rolling blackouts to prevent total system failure. Your heating bill next month will be painful. The atmospheric river damage in the Pacific Northwest requires years and billions to repair. Mudslides that bury roads, floods that destroy homes, infrastructure that fails catastrophically. The immediate costs are staggering. The long-term economic impact extends for years, but there's also resilience. Communities band together, neighbors help neighbors, strangers assist strangers. Humanity shines brightest during darkest times. People prove they're tougher than weather. They survive, they rebuild, they persevere. Weather patterns come and go. This Arctic blast eventually breaks. The atmospheric river pattern eventually shifts. Warmth returns, the sun melts snow, rivers recede, life normalizes. The question is surviving until that happens. The timeline matters enormously. Today through tonight, snow spreads and cold intensifies. Tomorrow brings expanded coverage of both. Saturday into Sunday marks peak cold. Sunday morning registers the coldest temperatures. Monday shows deepest southern penetration. Tuesday begins modest improvement. Wednesday and beyond the warm-up finally arrives. Each phase requires different responses. Each transition creates new hazards. Constant vigilance prevents tragedy. Situations change rapidly. What's manageable becomes deadly in hours. Stay informed. Monitor forecasts. Adjust plans accordingly. The pattern beyond this immediate threat shows continued activity. This isn't a one-time event. The jet stream configuration supports repeated systems. More atmospheric rivers likely for the west. More cold shots possible for the east. Winter is far from over. We're just getting started. For long-range planning, especially around holidays, this matters. Christmas travel could face disruptions. The pattern might shift by then. It might not. Too early for specifics, but prudent to have backup plans, flexible tickets, alternate routes, contingencies for everything. The next update will track how forecasts verify. Did the atmospheric river reach level 4 intensity? Did Sunday morning temperatures hit predicted lows? Did snow totals match expectations? Weather verification matters. It builds trust. It improves future forecasts. This weather pattern is getting stronger, not weaker. The atmospheric rivers keep coming. The Arctic blasts keep diving south. The snow keeps falling. This is winter announcing its arrival with authority. This is weather demanding respect. This is nature reminding us who's really in charge. Stay safe. Stay warm. Stay informed. The next 72 hours test everyone, but you're prepared now. You know what's coming. You know when it arrives. You know how to survive it. That knowledge makes all the difference. Let me break down regional impacts more specifically because general advice doesn't save lives. Specific preparation for specific locations does. For Washington and Oregon facing the atmospheric river, understand your elevation matters. Valley floors flood first, hillsides slide second. If you're in the Puget Sound, lowlands urban flooding becomes your primary concern. Storm drains overwhelm. Streets become rivers, underpasses fill with water. Don't drive through standing water. You can't judge depth. Your vehicle stalls. You're trapped. If you're in the Cascades foothills, mudslides are your nightmare. That 10 inches of rain on steep saturated slopes creates devastating slides. Highway closure isn't if, but when. Interstate 5 could close, State Route 20 could close, have alternate routes planned. Better yet, don't travel. For Montana, seeing the heaviest snow, this is what you know, what you've prepared for all your lives. But even veteran winter survivors need reminders. Wind with snow creates ground blizzards. Visibility drops to zero. Roads disappear. Pull completely off if you must stop. Not on the shoulder. Completely off. Other drivers can't see you. For the Dakotas, Iowa, and Minnesota facing minus 40 wind chills, this is survival weather. Not discomfort. Survival. Limit outdoor exposure to absolute necessity. Minutes outside can cause frostbite. Cover all exposed skin, multiple layers, windproof outer layer, insulated boots, heavy gloves, face covering. Goggles, if you have them. For Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, getting 3 to 5 inches plus brutal cold. Friday morning commute is your danger zone. Roads snow covered and icing. Give yourself double normal travel time. Triple if possible. Or call in. Is your job worth dying for? That's not dramatic. That's the actual question. For Kentucky and Tennessee seeing unusual snow, you lack infrastructure for this. Limited salt supplies, fewer plows, less experience driving in snow. That makes it more dangerous, not less. Roads become parking lots. Bridges ice over first. Stay home if remotely possible. For West Virginia facing the heaviest amounts, mountain roads become impassable quickly. Steep grades with snow and ice create impossible conditions. Trucks jackknife, cars slide backwards, chain requirements get posted. If you must travel, carry chains. Know how to install them. Practice before you need to. For the Northeast coast, getting 1 to 3 inches, this seems manageable compared to what others face. But coastal storms intensify quickly. That 1 to 3 could become 3 to 6. Forecasts adjust. Don't underestimate coastal systems. They surprise. For the deep south facing Monday's freezing temperatures, you're least prepared. Homes lack insulation. Heating systems are inadequate. Pipes aren't protected. Winterization becomes critical. Let faucets drip. Open cabinet doors under sinks. Disconnect garden hoses. Cover outside faucets. Hide. Small steps prevent big damage. The compound nature of this pattern creates cascading failures. One system strains resources. Multiple systems overwhelm them. Road crews can't keep up. Salt supplies deplete. Plow operators work exhausting hours. Mistakes happen. Response times increase. That's why personal preparation matters more during compound events. Power infrastructure faces unprecedented stress. Transformers fail in extreme cold. Lines snap under ice load. Demand exceeds supply. Rolling blackouts become necessary. Some lose power for days. Your preparation determines whether that's inconvenience or crisis. Generator fuel-stocked batteries charged. Water-stored food-secured communication systems can fail too. Cell towers lose power. Internet goes down. Landlines still work often when wireless doesn't. Know how to reach emergency services without phone. Know your neighbors. Establish check-in procedures. Old-fashioned door-knocking saves lives when technology fails. Medical emergencies don't pause for weather, but response times extend dramatically. Ambulances stuck in snow, helicopters grounded, hospitals at capacity. If you have chronic conditions requiring regular medication, have extra supply. If you need medical equipment requiring power, have backup power. If you're high risk, consider relocating to shelter before weather hits. Schools will close. That's guaranteed. Working parents need child care plans, extended family, trusted neighbors, backup arrangements. Snow days are fun for kids. They're logistical nightmares for parents. Plan ahead. Reduce stress. Make it work. Businesses face tough decisions. Close and lose revenue. Stay open and risk employee safety. There's no perfect answer. Employees need to prioritize safety. No job is worth injury or death. Employers need to be reasonable. Flexibility during extreme weather benefits everyone long term. The psychological toll of compound weather events shouldn't be minimized. Cabin fever is real. Isolation affects mental health. Anxiety increases. Depression worsens, especially for those already struggling. Check on people, make contact, phone calls, texts, video chats. Human connection matters more during difficult times. Financial stress compounds, too. Higher heating bills, lost wages, vehicle damage, property damage, emergency expenses. Weather doesn't care about your budget. Having emergency savings helps. Not having it creates crisis. Food banks exist. Heating assistance programs exist. Asking for help isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Long-term implications extend beyond immediate impacts. This pattern strengthening suggests active winter ahead. More storms likely, more cold shots probable. Seasonal snowfall totals will climb. Areas typically snow-averse might see unusual amounts. This isn't one and done. This is the new normal through February at minimum. Climate variability means some winters are mild. Others are harsh. This one's trending harsh. The pattern supporting it shows persistence. The jet stream configuration favors it. The oceanic conditions reinforce it. All signs point to active winter continuing. For snow lovers, this is paradise. Ski resorts ecstatic. Snowmobile trails groomed. Winter recreation thrives. For snow haters, this is prison. Shoveling repeatedly, driving dangerously, heating expensively, same weather, opposite reactions. Perspective matters. Historical context helps. This isn't unprecedented. Winters like this happened before. Will happen again. But for those who haven't experienced severe winter, this is shocking. For those who have, this is familiar. Experience teaches lessons. Learning from others' experience prevents learning hard way yourself. The warming that follows this cold will be dramatic, not gradual moderation, sudden shift. Temperatures could jump 40 to 50 degrees in days. That rapid change creates its own problems. Flash flooding from snowmelt. Ice jam flooding in rivers. Roof loads suddenly releasing. Rapid changes stress everything, but that's days away. Right now, focus on immediate threat, the strengthening pattern, the intensifying cold, the persistent precipitation. This is what matters now. This is what requires attention. This is what demands preparation. Final preparation checklist. Food for 3 days minimum. Water for 3 days minimum. Heat source that works without power. Light source with extra batteries. First aid kit fully stocked. Medications, adequate supply. Phone, fully charged. External battery pack ready. Cash on hand. Vehicle winterized. Go bag packed. Family plan established. Neighbors informed. Vulnerable checked on. If you've done these things, you're ready. If you haven't, do them now. Not tomorrow. Now. Weather doesn't wait. Preparation prevents panic. Panic causes problems. Preparation solves them. Until the next update, the pattern strengthens, the cold deepens, the precipitation continues. This is the weather story developing right now. This is what matters. This is what you need to know. Stay safe through this. You can, you will, but only with proper preparation and appropriate respect for the power of nature.